Hey guys, what's up? This is Troy from Sweet Wraps. Today we got a Tesla in SUV. We're going to be doing the gloss black trims to a gloss pink. Make this car really stand out from the rest of the cars. No other Teslas are going to have a pink trim around the windows. We're going to do this pretty quick. Show you guys how you get this done the right way. Let's wrap it up. What I did was clean this stuff with water and baby shampoo, just because it's a little bit less sticky and abrasive. It has a lot less additives in it than actual shampoo, so it stays less sticky most of the time. After that, you're going to want to go over it with a wipe of isopropyl alcohol, and then you could get a duster or a blower to blow off any dust that you might have around the area. From there, you actually want to get a tack cloth and go over it once again. This is just so you could have less of contamination as possible, guys. You don't really need to do all these steps. Wipe down and blow off is pretty much all you need to do. But they're just giving you more confidence that nothing's going to be underneath the film while you apply it. So the more you do, the less prone it is to debris and contamination as well. So all you're going to want to do is lay it flat on your areas that you're going to be wrapping with as less tension as possible. So you're going to want to lift it and guide it to where it wants to be laid, and that's it. From here, what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to get it all the way to the edge. Now we're going to trim out this piece, because we're not going to be wrapping the window. It just goes in maybe about half an inch more. You're not going to want to stretch that in. Also, guys, on these edges, which is like on this top edge and this bottom edge, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pick it up to at least an inch or an inch and a half past where you're already wrapped, and you're going to want to pull it apart and away from the center of the piece. So like this, you're going to want to grab the corners where it actually tacked down to, and you're going to want to pull them apart and towards the end of that. This just gives it more pre-stretch, so once you cut it and shrink it, it'll actually wrap around that edge that you're wrapping to. So you're going to want to do that a lot. What we're going to do here, we're just going to gently pick this up to where we could trim it. Make sure you got a brand new blade, and you won't even have to go through it, guys. You could just gently lay the blade on and run it along the top of it, and it'll give you just enough to where you can tear it apart like that. And then from there, since we leave the pressure on this piece, you could pretty much lay it all the way to the edge. Same thing with this one, guys. You're going to want to lift it up past that point that you tack down, pull it apart and across the trim. You just want that little bit of pre-stretch, so once you heat this, once you cut it and heat it, it'll wrap around the edge of this this trim. And then from here, you're going to want to cut about maybe half an inch past where you want to wrap, just so you could have less tension, and you could put this down with less tension as well. From here, you're going to want to spray your glove with a little bit of slip solution, whatever you guys use, just so you could heat and roll it around the edge, just so you can have your glove slide a little bit more. This does work a lot while you're doing stuff like this. Like I said, guys, the least amount of tension you have, the better. That means that as soon as you get it down, it won't be lifting up down the road. As you can see, everything is laying pretty great right now. Okay, from here, guys, we already pushed it in, but we're going to want the closest tuck as we can to it. So you're going to want to get one of these hockey puck tools, and you're going to want to go around all the edge. Go around all the edge. Make sure you got everything tucked in nice and tight around all this. And if yours is sharp enough, you could actually cut it just like that. But for these corners, we're gonna go over it with a blade. It will actually guide you quite a bit to cutting, so you could have a nice uniform cut down this trim. There you go. Let's do it over this side. Right. There you go. Be nice and slow. You don't want to cut the actual rubber seal. You just want to get it in between the seal and the trim, so it could give you a nice little cut all the way around. Nice uniform cut all the way around. From there, we're going to go over it with heat again, just so you can seal the edges. Nice seal around the edges, and then run it along the edge of the rubber. And as you can see, we didn't even cut any of the rubber, and you just want to seal it. Same thing with the bottom. I usually use my my thumbnail to hang over that edge and tuck it around. And then from there, you can gently get your tucking tool and tuck it a lot further down beneath that trim. So you can give it a nice clean tuck. And then once that is done, guys, you could literally get your knife and gently, not even pushing it, just run it between the gap and the actual trim piece, and you'll have a nice clean cut all the way through, just like that. You're gonna wanna from there, you can trim the top. From here, you're gonna wanna angle your blade against the trim and just run it along the edge. These pieces are super simple, guys. All you're gonna need to do is get your cutter. You're gonna wanna use your fingers as measurement. So this is 2 fingers. You're gonna wanna do at least a 3-finger cut on your piece, on your roll. So you could have just enough to work around the edges. From here, when it's already cut, guys, all you need to do is put it backwards. You're going to want to cut maybe about an inch or 2 past an edge, so you have it longer than the actual piece itself. And from there, we're going to clean it the same way we cleaned the other 2 pieces. We're going to wipe down around it, we're going to blow it off, and we're going to wipe it down with tack cloth. So from here, you take off the clear liner, the cheater wrap, so it can be ready to squeegee and install. Make it flexible for you to bend and contour to the piece. And then from there, you're going to want to tack it down about an inch past the piece that you're doing, and you're going to want to gently stretch it while you're putting it down. The reason you want to gently stretch it while you're putting it down is so it could have a lot of horizontal stretch. So once you're tucking it, once you get to tucking it, it has stretch along the edges, and they'll just roll right around that edge. So that's what you're going to want to do. You want to get all the way to the edge. Pull out your squeegee. Get all the way to the edge. Go. There you go. And then again, guys, you're gonna want to lift this about 1/2 inch. You're gonna want to grab it from the corners and stretch them apart and past what you're gonna be wrapping. This gives you enough tension to where you heat it, or shrink down and around that corner. Same here, guys. What I like to do is I like to use my nail and just hang my nail around that edge and gradually just work it in. Don't do it too hard because your nail could actually cut through this vinyl. This is super thin vinyl, so you're going to want to be careful while you're using something sharp on the edge. Even the squeegee, guys, if you push it too hard enough, you'll actually cut through that vinyl. So from here, what we're going to do, try to tuck a little bit past the top edge. What you're going to want to do is just be picking it up off the paint on the top and gently working your squeegee over it. Just tucking it past that edge. And then from there, you run the soft edge of your squeegee just so you could actually tack it down, create pressure, so it could push the adhesive onto that part. And from there, you're going to run your blade on the other side of the piece. So you get your blade and you lay it right on the edge of that trim piece. Like I said, guys, the flatter and cleaner your cut is, the more natural it's going to look. So you're going to want to lay your blade against something that's flat, something that you could keep a consistent cut all the way through, and have it look as consistent as possible. From there, you're going to want to heat and squeegee it one more time, but we're going to do this bottom piece before that. Same thing, guys, same thing on the bottom end. You're going to want to lay your knife right on the bottom end of that trim piece. And it's going to give you a great hard edge to just drag your blade across and have a consistent cut all the way through. Just like that. It looks like it came that color. Make sure there's no bubbles and that vinyl is tucked underneath that bottom edge and that top edge nicely. Same thing here, guys. When we heat it, and with that pre-stretch that we did, it should just roll around that edge to that hard edge with no issue. And as we can see here, no wrinkles or anything. or left. All you need to do is trim on that hard edge, and all the extra vinyl will come off. There you go. Perfection. Same thing with the front end. You're going to want to cut on the opposite trim piece, just down the edge, just so you can give yourself enough vinyl to wrap around the other edge. And then hard card. Use that hard edge to finish off the corner. There you go. Perfection, guys. Looks great. And here was the end result, guys. Sorry for not recording the whole process, but the customer was waiting for his vehicle, and I did not want to take a lot longer than what I was supposed to on moving around the camera and getting every angle and stuff like that. So as you can see, on the rear, we took off the Tesla logo and we replaced it with decal. The customer loved it. I also have a Cybertruck coming in not too long from now, so if you guys want to see that, subscribe, like, comment what you want to see, and hopefully we could get that up on this channel for you guys. And thanks for watching.